And the 40 is in the gravel pit. You see the slide that he had to have made. So that's Derek White that stopped, and that brings the caution slash red back out. And that is turn 14.
I hit the tires pretty hard. Front to the back, I think.
That's a little uncommon, honestly, to get that far off the racetrack in turn 14.
Yeah, at that point.
It's almost like he locked up the brakes or lost his brakes.
That's the final turn before you come back on the straight, the front straight.
And you're not. That's not one of the fastest parts of the course because you've got a little bit of a zigzag before that in 13.
He was already backwards when he got into the gravel pit.
My guess is he probably wheel hopped it right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Dale, just the way it looks right there.
Riding along with Kenny Habul on his way back into the garage, and he has already had a very eventful day. It wasn't just one time. Now it's 2 times for Kenny Habul to be off track.
That's done in turn 5 into that long straightaway.
Here he is on board. Downshift, wheel hopped it right there. You can see he shifted down into that gear a little bit too soon right there, and didn't have the wheels, just lost traction.
It's been a difficult day for a few drivers. 9 drivers have been off course, some multiple times. It started with Darrell Wallace Jr.
Yeah, he got both tires off the ground. That's you don't want to see that.
No, here Derek White, turn 14. Ben Rhodes here, who ended up being the fastest. He learned from that quickly.
Kenny Habul. I'm starting to think that Kenny Habul is doing this on purpose to try to get a little bit extra time for his sponsor.
His sponsor, which is him. Also off track, 25 of Dylan Lupton. Even last year's winner struggles.
Yeah, Brendan was late. He's played all practice about brake problems, and right here he really locks up the left front for an awful long time, and he just decides to. Looks to me like he's just going to take it to the house. He's done.
Fathom what that would feel like, and Kenny Habul around, but he gets it going once again. But think about that. I mean, you've got guys that are carrying some incredible speed, and then you've got a question: is the track safe?
Right here? This could be a little bit. If he gets out of the groove right here, Kenny, could be a little bit of water. He wheel hopped it again, but if there is just a little bit of moisture there, and he has gone down through that corner earlier and used so much brake and downshifted at a certain point, and he did the same thing again, but a little bit of moisture. Doesn't take much. I mean, 1% of moisture, you're going to lose some grip.
But and a lot of it, because once again, as we ride along with him, you can hear he's just not getting that matched up with how hard he's charging the corner and then trying to make that downshift. So it's just not happening, but he'll keep going at it. That's what you do. As a driver, you learn that and continue to learn. But back to what Boris was saying.
We've had a few cars leave the racing surface, and Roger Roos also joined that club.
Yeah, no, this is not the Sun Energy car right here.
Man, you are tough. But it's not, no one is immune to this racetrack and these conditions. That was a situation where it just got away from him again. Not such a beautiful picture is the back of the 25 of Dylan Lupton. Just moments ago, he was off track and hits the tire barriers.
That was out in turn 12. Well, I don't know if that had anything to do with, it seems that the rain has picked up just a little bit, maybe a little more slickness to the track there.
Checks up a little bit early there. It's hard. We got somebody in there already. Tommy Dreese.
Yep, already the 26 of Tommy Dreese.
That's going to
gravel pit.
That's going to bring a full course caution out. He's not going to get out of there.
Come on, man! I was taking it easy.
I was taking it easy, and yet he is now stuck. So overshot the turn.
Yeah, just what we were talking about. It happens, and then you can see he's really under power there. If he could have got it stopped in time and not got in there, you think that you're able to get out, but all of a sudden you start spinning that right rear tire, and then it digs a hole.
Yeah, there was a lot of room. We saw guys in practice in that same corner drive straight, which is really right there. Oh, look at all that room. He should have just drove straight a little bit and then backed up. But being the racer, you're trying to always head down the course.
Grass on drill.
A little bit off track.
Oh, wow. We're going to have to watch his grill. This could be a problem, but he is getting ready to pit anyway.
Yeah, it's time to get on pit road anyway, but got very, very lucky that he didn't tear up a lot of things right there.
And we have to remember where he has been as we ride along with him as he went off track. We have to remember where he was all race long. He was out front, clean racetrack, not having to deal with anybody else. Well, now the second he gets behind other cars, all of a sudden he's off track. Ross Chastain, we mentioned he came to pit road. He has more issues than that. A lot of damage to the front of that car. Let's take a look at what happened to the 17. Also considerable damage.
Yeah, this is coming through the last corner down at turn 14.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. Looks like Brendan Gaul was a little sideways. The 01 was sideways. And
Yep, Stanton Barrett got into him,
just
the
a tough,
17.
just a tough break.
The left rear tire of his truck off of the pavement. Right here you can see just one little bit off of the pavement, and a couple spins in fact. Matt Tiffs squeaks by, no damage.
Look
to
at the incidents from yesterday. We told you how rough it can be if you get off course here. This is Jennifer Jo Cobb into the tires.
It looked like she blocked up her left front brake until she just slid off the road, and that's the result.
They just get bigger. Watch John West Townley.
Yeah, John West gets a little bit loose getting in the corner there. Pretty hard contact with a tire barrier for him as well. It forced him to a backup truck.
And then watch this one. Robert Mitten into the tire barrier at the exit of turn 8. Michael, that is one of the fastest sections of the racetrack.
Look at that debris flying in the air. Those tires like they were just toys tossed up in the air. But Mitten steps out of his truck, and he's perfectly fine. Even though he can't reach the ground at first.
He's
he
off 4 or 5 feet off the ground. How about that?
A little different than what we're racing.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Tagliani to the inside. Contact with Haley. Haley gets pushed wide off the track, and Custer now goes phones right on their tail.
To get up to turn 5 like this, you got to give the advantage to Custer. Oh, he runs him off the road.
All right, remember last year now, guys.
Maybe the Moss corners here, but it's been in some of the fastest sections of the racetrack.
We've seen Haley a couple times turn down inside here. He made contact with a 29. He didn't get away with it that time.
And that gave the 00 a run on the 29. You can see the two trucks getting together there. Haley off the road. And look at 00 Custer getting to the inside of Tagliani as they race toward turn 1.
Still there up the hill.
Watch this now. Watch this on exit. He just ran him out of racetrack there a little bit.
Man, that is a fast section.
Remember 1 year ago.
Oh, there he is off. Right through there, you see one cutting through the grass.
I think
up
he
at
hit that
turn 9.
inside wall there late between 8 and 9, and he's nursing it back to the pit road.
Being a full course caution. There it is. Right there.
And it's to 33.
Caution's out.
We saw some damage to the rear of Brandon Jones's truck earlier, and now he's hit the wall pretty good with that right front.
Yeah, a lot of damage to the front of that Silverado.
Looks like that might be over in the turn 2 area. He was
there he
running
is.
9.
Just runs off the racetrack.
Yeah, wow.
Makes pretty good contact.
You think that was a flat
that is
tire?
too.
It looked like a right front tire maybe had gone down.
You can see he just swings around that corner, and the truck
Just never turns. He was following the 14 of Daniel Hemrick.
That's one of those spots, Phil, we were talking about earlier, where you have to be totally committed, going over that blind corner.
Let's take another look at it. Is that right front tire? That right front tire is
Yeah,
down.
look at him moving.
Something broke. Something broke in the right front suspension on that truck.
That was turn 1, and then by the time he got to turn 2,
Like a
it just
tie
turned
rod
right
or
to the
something
wall.
like that.
sneak
looked
up on
like.
anybody in that yellow truck, would it?
Oh, the 51.
Matt Tift.
Yep, tipped right into the wall. Into the tire barriers, we should say.
Looks like he may be able to drive it away, but a lot of damage to that Kyle Busch truck.
He was running 15.
We stay green for
Making
now.
all kinds of contact. Through 1. Leaning on each other, and 2, and around goes Custer.
He does a great job keeping it up.
Oh, man, that was Reddick. Reddick was way wide through 2. Just gets around Custer. We're still look at this.
Look, Tagliani just doesn't leave him any room.
That's the second time in this race that he's kind of squeezed him out. See, Cole's going to drive it hard over that hump into turn 2. He gets loose right there. They make just a slight bit of contact. Couldn't hold it. And then Reddick came along as we get another look at it with a double Z going around, and he was hung on the outside, had to go around the outside of the 00.
We talk about that being a blind corner. When Reddick got there, I think he didn't know where the 00 was going to go. See, he just gets sideways. They make a little bit of contact.
He got squeezed again there a little bit to the inside.
5 to go. And there's the reason. It's Tyler Reddick at turn 8 again.
Oh, what huge point implications.
I don't have reverse.
Said he doesn't have reverse. That's Tyler
guess.
on the radio. He was running in the 10th spot. He was going to have a decent day here, but this is really going to hurt him.
Contact right there.
Oh. Both of those trucks into the tire barrier.
Well, he was talking about making friends, and looks like he might have made one.